too, but that's all right. Anyway, it's been taking me a while to get the Lotus and Shade together because my technology was jacked up, right? And the way I was going about the situation was jacked up, trying to take shortcuts. Let me explain something to y'all. When we have certain missions and things that we have to do, you can't even take shortcuts if you want to. Like, nature will get in your ass about it. Hey, Vina. And I've been working on this Lotus and Shade thing, right? Because I focus a lot on self-love and being accountable, self-accountability. You know, I'm all about women owning their own power and us not feeling like victims. A lot of us have been through so much stuff. We've been raped, molested, abused by our parents, abused by our families, abused by our boyfriends, people who we trust, friends that's not even like sexual partners or sexual relationships. People have betrayed us and we feel hurt, you know? And we've done some betraying of people too. Like, we not all innocent in things. So at some point in time in our life, we want to address these issues. We want to feel whole, you know? We want to feel like we matter, we count, and we start going through motions. We start going through, you know, the wheels in our head start to turn about what is it that I can do to help myself call back all my energy back to me, call back all my power back to me, and bring me back to me so I can be whole. And I'm going to tell you, it's not an easy process, but it can be done. And I put Lotus and Shade together to help women do that. Right now, I'm not really focusing on the men. They need their little healing and stuff too. But I can get to them after I get to enough women. My thing is us. I want us women to be able to take our life experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and embrace all of it and feel powerful. Be able to manifest our heart's desires. And we can't do that if we don't have a realistic understanding of how nature works and how our nature works and how nature outside of us and inside of us works simultaneously to create our reality. There's certain things that we have to do. This course is so powerful. It's going to ask questions like, why does that person make you upset? What exactly did they do to you to make you upset? Is that valid? Like, can you prove it? Do you know for sure? These questions and these lessons that I put together in Lotus and Shade is not for the faint of heart at all. Peace, Raekwon. It's not for the faint of heart. So I'm urging all of my sisters to definitely be on your self-love journeys. Because after you do the self-love, we need to go in the dark. We got to become accountable for everything we do. And you cannot reach goddess status. You can't look nobody in their face and expect them to treat you like a queen or a goddess if you don't know how to be responsible for your actions. If you don't know how to will your power. If you don't know your dark side, you can't even glow. You can't produce no light. You know you a light being when you go in the dark and you glow. If you go in the dark and you fade into the darkness, that just means you got some light to do. You got some work to do. And it ain't light work, because we are the light. I'm not into the whole thing with always wishing love and light. Because love and light, peace and light, that's escapism. That's escapism, y'all. That's that new age. Hey, Picasso. That's that new age light worker. I'ma distract the fuck out of you shit. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. We have to learn to embrace our whole entire selves. Carl Jung, right? Carl Jung said, I have a dark side. I am substantial. If I don't cast a shadow, how am I to be whole? A lot of us are walking around with this misconception that being conscious and being elevated and vibrating higher has everything to do with walking around with this angelic fake peace and love bullshit on, when life is not even about that. You know what is peace and light? In the sky, the sun. You know what part of your life is peace and light? The top of your head in the pineal gland when you actually turn it on. Everything outside of that is come and go. It's touch and go. You got to know how to dance. You got to know how to swim. You got to know how to ebb and flow with the different wave motions of life. And being all love and light is not going to cut it. You got to know your dark side. You can't wait till somebody tell you a nasty person and then be all mad with the other people because they told you about your nasty self. You need to know you nasty before somebody else tell you. And you need to decide if these traits, if these qualities that other people, society, your parents, your ex, or whoever it is that made you develop or made you put away certain parts of you, you need to decide if those parts are still useful or not. You need to decide what to do with that energy. You need to decide what to do with that part of your personality, because that part of your personality is you, and it's going to come out in one form or another. Why not control it? A lot of times we function off of old paradigms, right? We learn new information and we fit the new information into the old way of thinking. You know? So, and that's what I see a lot. There's a lot of beautiful people waking up and we're using escapism to avoid the work. But the great work is going within, facing your shadows, facing your demons, and elevating your whole entire being. Not just the parts that you like. Not just the parts people praise you for. Not just the parts everyone acknowledges and you know, holds you up for. No, because we're more than what people see, right or wrong. We are so much more than what people see. And the only way for us to be whole is to embrace our whole entire self. You know you bad with money? You either do something about it, or you embrace that you're bad with money and you don't put yourself in positions where money that's important goes into your pocket. Plain and simple. You appoint that job to somebody else. It's called being responsible. And if we are to call ourselves gods and say we're embracing the ancestors and all these other lofty terms we like to say, we got to start living up to this stuff, y'all. Because we looking real dumb calling ourselves God and begging for water from the government. Crying about them cutting food stamps and all this other mess. It looks sad. It's terrible. And we shouldn't allow ourselves to do that. Something inside of us, not everybody at the same time, because that's not the way it works. But there's a group of us that are at a point where we're not going to ask for anything. We're not taking anything, no handouts. We're not looking for it. Nobody owes me anything. Because whatever it is I got, I attracted it. I signed up for it. I asked for it. I attracted it. It's a reflection of me, whatever it is that I have, whether I like it or not. We have to start to accept certain things. And the best way to do it is with people who are on the same path as you, and who are going to love you and embrace you and support you the way they love and embrace themselves on this journey. Because this is not an easy one, y'all. A matter of fact, I'm extending this to right now, the women. But I'm letting y'all know I got about 10 spots, right? I got 10 spots for this course for right now. And I'm not even taking everybody money. I'm not. Yeah, the course is going to cost you because I had to pay. You know? And we're going to practice the law of exchanges also. That's another issue us people of color have. We got this slavery thing embedded in us so bad we feel entitled. We feel like they should do something for free. or they should. No, we should practice the law of exchanges so we can learn to respect the energy that we put out and the energy that we receive in. Plain and simple. But back to the point. I'm not even accepting everybody for this course. Reason being is if you haven't done enough self-love work, if you haven't built a strong enough foundation with yourself, this course is going to rock you. This rock is going to intensify whatever feelings you already have. If you're dealing with depression, if you're dealing with anxiety and stuff along those lines, you may want to take the Lotus and Shade shadow work course, but do not take this course. I am currently creating a self-love course specifically for those people who wish to take the Lotus and Shade, but they're not ready yet. You see, because my thing is not to take your money and then you be hurt. Because I don't have time to create more clients than what's necessary. We got to heal, y'all. We have to heal. So I don't want to give y'all no fluff. I don't want to give y'all no foo-foo parade and nothing like that. But this program is going to run for 8 weeks straight consecutive. I'm going to cover all of the chakras. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of some science, and I'm going to put it in a way that makes sense, that is applicable for you, because I know how to think, and a lot of my information comes from God. I sit on rocks and I meditate and I talk to the angels. And then I find stuff later on in books to confirm what Spirit already told me, right? So I'm going to use the gifts that they have given me to help us out. Because if I get right by myself and I'm the only one good, I'm not good. If I'm a woman and I'm healing and my other sisters are not healing, if they not up to level, then I'm not healing. I'm not healing. Because I can't do it by myself, y'all. And I understand I'm a powerful woman. I understand I'm a powerful, different kind of sister. And everybody not cut from the same cloth. But we all come from the same source, regardless. The same factory that cut your cloth cut mine. So we need each other. We need each other. And I need my sisters to step up on level. I need y'all to get stronger. I need y'all to put y'all thinking caps on. I need y'all to come up out the ethers, come out your crotches, and get in your hearts. Really get grounded. Really love yourselves and be really ready to accept your whole entire self. The parts you hide, because we all got things about us that we ashamed of, parts that we not too thrilled about, all of us do. It's called being a human being on the third dimension. You know, we born into some shit. You know? But we have to clear up whatever it is we got going on. We got to embrace it. We got to collect all of it. Get it all. Because it's all you and all of it has a purpose. All of it has there is no such thing as your bad side. It's no such thing. That's some bullshit they told us in church and growing up. That's some manipulative shit somebody said to make you not be yourself because they was too uncomfortable with the fact that you can be yourself and they can't. You know, so we're going to erase all of these little paradigms, we're going to go back to those times, to those moments that made you cry and made you decide, I'm not going to sing out loud no more. I'm not going to write poetry no more. I'm not going to pretend to be smart no more. I'm not going to pretend to be myself anymore. I'm not going to be myself no more. I'm going to pretend to be somebody else because this other persona I'm taking on gets more love and gets more acceptance than who my real self is, because my mom doesn't like the way I did this, and my friends at school don't like the way I do that, and this guy I really like said I'm a know-it-all, so I'm not going to talk smart no more. I'm going to play dumb. Listen, we're going to address all those moments. This is what I mean by going into the dark. We're going to go into the dark, and I'm going to hold your hand, and you're going to stand in the mirror, and you're going to face your demons. You're going to realize that that demon is beautiful, because everything that we've been taught is unacceptable, is no good, actually comes with a gift. It comes with a gift. And as much as people don't like the Bible, I grew up in church. And the church is the book that I was reading when I found out that I wasn't a Christian. How about that? The irony, right? That's the irony of it. I was reading the Bible when I realized I really wasn't a Christian and that I need to follow this book the way it's written and not the way it's told. So I get with the book. I get with the book in the way that it was written, not the way that it was told. And with that being said, hey, Cosmic, when you look into the book of Isaiah, there's a verse in there that I use on one of my spreads. I got a spread called The Treasures of Darkness. And I got that from a verse in the Bible, Isaiah 45. And it says, I will give you the treasures of darkness, thus saith the Lord. This is God promising the prophet Isaiah the treasures of darkness. What do you think the treasures of darkness are? If they're always telling you, oh, you got to come out of the dark. You got to step into the marvelous light, making it seem as if there's nothing in the dark. But the Bible says there's treasure in the darkness. And he said he will give you the treasures of darkness. But guess what? He ain't never said he was going to bring it to the light. Hello? He never said he was going to bring the treasures to the light to place it at your feet. He said he's going to give you the treasures of darkness. So when you read that, I don't know about nobody else, but that must mean you got to go in the dark to get the treasure. He never said no treasure was in the light. He said salvation was in the light. Truth was in the light. Knowledge was in the light. He ain't said nothing about no treasure being in no damn light. And a lot of people will tell you, oh, don't mess with the dark. Don't play with darkness. This, that, and the third with darkness. But that's where you grow at. Growth happens in the dark. Who grows plants? I grow plants. I love plants. I grow plants every year. I garden and everything. Peace, Andrea. And anybody who grows plants, when you pay attention, plants don't grow in the light. They ripen in the light. They ripen, but they don't grow in the light. There's a difference between something ripening and something growing. Let me tell you the difference. When something is growing, it's more than what it was yesterday. It's bigger than what it was yesterday. It got more leaves than what it did yesterday. It got more color than what it did yesterday. It got extra flower, extra bud. It got more roots. It's adding, it's building up. When something is ripening, it's intensifying. It's not necessarily getting more, as in more leaves or more roots or more height. No, the height is already 3 feet. It's going to ripen, which means the height, the stalk of the plant is going to get stronger. It's going to get denser. It got leaves on it. The leaves not going to multiply. They're going to ripen, meaning they're going to get more green. They're going to get thicker. They're going to get firmer. It ripens in the light. But if you don't got no treasure to bring into the light, what is all this love and light ripening? What's happening here in the fucking light that make the dark so terrible? We got to start to smash some of these paradigms or ideologies that's holding us back from being able to mature ourselves on a spiritual level. A lot of people are growing their egos. They're growing the ego. They're growing that front man. They're growing the representative. They're growing their persona. But emotionally and spiritually, they're still children. And you can tell when you get into conversation with them. You can tell when real life things happen and they come up with these immature responses. And you wonder, where did all the wisdom go? Where did the wisdom and stuff go? The roots are the spirit and the roots are underground. The roots are spirit and the roots are underground. In the dark. You got that right. Because that's where growth happens. That's where the magic happens. In the dark. Underground. Where they telling us not to go. They got us scared of graveyards. Scared of the dead. Scared of ghosts. scared of dying, scared of the dark, scared of things we can't see. All is fear. All is fear just to prevent us from growing, just to prevent us from maturing and turning into amazing, absolutely amazing beings. We are the light. I personally don't do light work. I don't do light work. I just do work because I am the light. I am the light. And you are light too. You are light too, especially when you're able to go into the dark and you sit there with yourself. This is the thing about the dark now. It's full of you. It's full of you. And not a lot of people are ready, willing and able to sit in the muck and the mire of their subconscious minds. But that's where you got to go. That's the dirt you got to dig into to get the treasure. It's your subconscious mind. It's your own damn mind. It's your own mind. It's a wilderness. Most of us, our minds are a wilderness. It's crazy in there. You know the story of Moses, right? And they left out of Egypt, right? And they was in the damn desert for 40 years. You know them was black folk. Them was the same niggas we got over here right now, if you think about it. Because the trip from Egypt to out of Egypt to the other side of the river was only 11 days. The trip originally, hey, what's going on, Jay? The trip originally was only 11 days. It's an 11-day trip. They took 40 years. Who that sound like? That sound like the same people we dealing with right now. Because we have a situation here, guys, where it's almost like we in Egypt. And we got to come from underneath the oppressor. And we should not take another 40 years to reach the promised land. Not for an 11-day trip. Not for an 11-day trip, but they took 40 years because they only traveled during the day. Them niggas wasn't trying to move around in the dark. Maybe if they had moved around in the dark, they would have realized that they is the wild thing running around in the wilderness. That the animals in them that they supposedly so worried about wasn't the problem. The wilderness is up here. This is the playing ground. This is the playing field. This is the prime real estate that everybody wants to conquer and take over. This right here. So sisters, brothers, I'm urging y'all. We're going to fine-tune this tool right here. We're going to fine-tune this radio so we could tap in. Because this don't need to be a wilderness. My lips is super chapped. And it's so crazy because they don't feel chapped, but they look horrible. Anyway. I'm about to come off this soon. I don't know how long I've been talking for. And Facebook don't let me check that sort of thing. But y'all spread this. Share this. Because the course is going to be completely finished by the end of the week. And I'm going to start taking people for it. But I'm screening people. I gotta screen y'all for this course. I gotta screen you. And I don't want you to take it no way. If I say I'm refunding you back your money, it's only because I don't want you to feel any unnecessary discomfort or any unnecessary trauma because of my course, because of this course. This is not a work for anyone that is just now waking up and coming to consciousness. If you're just waking up, coming to consciousness, if you are under a certain age and you haven't gone through certain experiences yet, I'm not going to take you for the course. Not. Because it'll be against your better interest. But if you insist on taking the course, we can do a consultation and we'll see what's going on. I'll see what's going on. But for the most part, I want y'all to understand that shadow work is necessary. Shadow work is necessary. If you don't embrace your shadows, if you don't embrace your dark side, You're not walking around here whole. You're not functioning on a full deck. Now, with that being said, how many crazy people do you really know? Because how many people do you know that actually take their trip to the dark side? Huh? Most people don't do it. So that means almost everybody you know walking around literally off the hook. Crazy. People crazy. Don't be crazy with them. Don't be drinking the crazy Kool-Aid. Let's just get this work. Get this shadow work going, ladies, so we can have better relationships with our mothers, with our fathers, with our sisters, with our brothers, so we can choose better mates for ourselves. Ladies, because a lot of times we choose the wrong guy and we say over and over again, men ain't shit. Men ain't this. Men ain't that. But ma, you chose him. You chose him with his lying self. You chose him with his no good self. You chose him and you loved him. And something about him resonates with you. So we need to get to the bottom of that. We need to be honest with ourselves. That good man you want, maybe you can't attract that good man and hold on to him because that ain't really who you are. That ain't you. That don't fit you. So you got to be honest. Like, are you what that kind of man want? If you're not what that kind of a man wants, you can't get mad at the men for not wanting you if you're not what they want. And if you feel like you should be what they want because you like the way you are, then that's what this course is for, so you can see what it is you really are and embrace all of that. So when you attract this type of man again, you don't reject him and neglect yourself the opportunity to have true love. There's women out here that feel ashamed. They feel bad because they love abusive men. Let me use that as an example. The guy's an alcoholic, come in drunk every other night. He might even be a little violent. He don't do good with the bills. All her friends and family say she should leave him, but she keep choosing him. She keep being with him, the same one that she complained about, the same one that she not happy with. She won't leave him. She loves him and she's ashamed why. You want to know why? Because she might have watched her mother go through the same thing with her father. Her father might be that type of man. Her uncle might be that type of man. And she loves her father. So she already knows how to love a fucked up man. Some women need to embrace that part of themselves. If for no other reason, just so they can have peace of mind and understand why they keep attracting certain things, why they have certain patterns, why is life going this way? We need to understand these things so we can get rid of this victim mentality we have with they did this to me and they did that to me. You did it to yourself. Goddess, you did it to yourself. God. And when we can embrace those, when we can embrace it with that way of thinking, when we could put a handle on our emotions and a handle on our paradigms and the things that control our behavior, we can control the rest of our lives. We can manifest what it is we really want to manifest. We can really begin to shed away other people's expectations of us and cultivate the expectations we have of ourselves for ourselves from the inside out. From the inside out, all right? So I'm going to be talking to y'all some more about this. I just wanted to come on, chit-chat a little bit with some people. I love my brothers. I love you guys for coming out, sticking with me. Where the women at? Where my sisters at? They done dipped off. Yeah, they done dipped off because this course is hot sauce and everybody ain't ready. So it's all good. I'm going to catch up with y'all tomorrow when I do the forecast. All right? Later.